welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, appeal justices and senior counsels receive commissions from head of state. Budgetary allocations, regional administration heads urged to use it or lose it. Rupununi Music Festival aims to rock the savannas, and Children's Match coming bigger and better for 2018. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Daddy! And now for the details. Need for judicial independence reiterated as President David Granger swears in acting justices of appeal and 4 senior counsels. Here's this report.
Christopher Arif Bulkan was appointed temporary Justice of Appeal this morning at State House by President David Granger. The head of state said this appointment will ensure there is a full complement in the judicial body.
The judiciary is a vital organ in the preservation of our system of law and order. An efficient and independent judiciary ensures that citizens have access to justice and that this access is fair and swift. This ceremony, therefore, is an affirmation of the government's commitment to ensuring that the judicial system remains independent.
When questioned if the 6 months appointment will be sufficient time to address the backlog of cases, the newly appointed acting Judge Bulkan had this to say.
Less adjournments, and it will mean, I suppose, lawyers themselves having to present their cases.
Meanwhile, 4 senior legal practitioners were awarded instruments of commission. The new senior counsels are Kamal Azad Juman Yasin, Fitz Leroy Peters, Andrew Mark Fitzgerald Pollard, and Josephine Whitehead. President Granger reminded that becoming a senior counsel is a position of pride and prestige.
The title is a national symbol, alongside other symbols such as our system of national honors and awards, our national anthem, our coat of arms, our flag and motto, which all define our Guyanese identity. The title is a professional symbol that distinguishes attorneys for their erudition, their experience, their eminence, and their excellence.
The president further added that he is a trustee of national traditions which sustain society and will with regularity reward these deserving attorneys and legal officers yearly, for that is a mark of good governance. The head of state also accepted letters of credence from 3 ambassadors designate from Qatar, Cyprus, and Georgia earlier today. Zanil Williams reporting for InfoHub.
Regional administration heads were told by Communities Minister Ronald Bulkan to use or lose it with regards to their budget allocations. Stacey Carmichael was there and filed this report.
The Communities Minister urged the regional administration heads to effectively and efficiently implement and execute their respective work programs. His call, made today at the Action Roundtable for Regional Development 2018 meeting, comes in light of government's plan to make program cuts to finance the payment of severances to sugar workers.
If you don't use it, there's a great likelihood that you could lose it. So in addition to all of the other factors that you even more than I am aware, why the allocations that have been made to your respective regions need to be implemented, this is one additional factor. So I think you can keep that in mind.
Minister Bulkan said there will be monthly plenaries of the cabinet where each ministry will have to present progress reports on the rate of implementation of capital programs. This is in an effort, he noted, to strengthen regional procurement systems.
Such monitoring of the capital program will not only await the mid-year report that will be put out by the Ministry of Finance once again this year, but there will be monthly evaluation of the progress in relation to the execution and implementation of your capital programs.
Minister Bulkan reminded those gathered that the timely execution of their work programs will be to the benefit of the region's residents. The Action Roundtable for Regional Development 2018 is being held under the theme Strengthening Governance Through Human Resource Development and Planning in a Green Economy at the National Racket Center. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
ExxonMobil will soon begin public engagements as part of its environmental impact assessment for the second phase development of the Liza field. Here's more from Tiffany Rogers.
Exxon's Government and Public Affairs Director Kimberly Brazington said a project summary of Liza Phase 2 is currently engaging the attention of the EPA for environmental authorization.
The process, as we understand it from the EPA, is that the public has a 28-day period right now to give feedback to the EPA on what they'd like to see us consider in the EIA.
Exxon itself will be engaging the public for their input on the environmental impact assessment as well.
We are starting the public scoping meetings in the coastal regions. So this week will be 5 and 6. Next week will be region 2 and 3. And then region 1 and 4 will be that following week.
The second phase development of Liza will see even more oil being produced than phase 1. Exxon is anticipating to begin production of Liza phase 2 by 2022. The Liza field is estimated to contain more than 1 billion oil equivalent recoverable barrels of oil. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali today visited the Hugo Chavez Center at Untitled Region 5 and lauded its self-sufficiency. Senika Thorne brings us that story.
I'm very, very proud and happy that this is a 7.5 months achievement since the President himself commissioned this facility.
The Hugo Chavez Center for Rehabilitation and Reintegration is fully self-sufficient and is one of the main food suppliers of state benevolent centers. It produces organic vegetables, chicken, and fish following the successful implementation of its self-sufficient agriculture economic service project. The project also forms part of the reintegration program for the more than 80 residents at the facility.
I am proud also because it is not only a center where we deal with homeless or people who have to be reintegrated to society, but it's a center where we taught and we brought to fruition self-sufficiency.
Minister Ali was accompanied by Minister within the Ministry of Natural Resources, Simona Brooms. The self-sufficient project was launched in June 2017. The Economic Center is equipped with 3 fish ponds, along with 4 pens for chickens, Creole fowls, duck, and sheep, and a 100 by 30 greenhouse where vegetables are planted. It also has a modern plucking center. The Hugo Chavez Center was constructed in 2017 with US $2 million funding from Venezuela. It boasts a recreational medical center, kitchen, conference room, training and dining facilities. Senika Thorne for InfoHub.
The local cattle industry is being boosted with the importation of animal stock to improve the genetics of locally available beef and dairy cattle. This is according to Chief Executive Officer of the GLDA, Nigel Cumberbatch. Here's this report.
We were also able in 2017 to import 7 breeding bulls, 4 beef bulls and 3 dairy bulls for our large ruminant genetic improvement program.
Cumberbatch said the imported bulls will reduce the GLDA's dependence on imported semen for its artificial insemination service.
The demand for semen cannot be met by the bulls that we have at the present time, but certainly they will assist in reducing the amount of semen that we at the present time are importing.
According to the CEO, farmers will soon benefit from extracted semen from the bulls.
In 2018, the bulls that we have imported, we will be extracting semen from them. The bulls have been trained, and we are taking them through the training process of semen extraction, and by mid-2018, they will be fully involved in the extraction of semen.
GLDA is the agency which has responsibility for the monitoring of developments in the country's livestock sector. It provides technical support and advisory services to all 10 administrative regions of the country through a network of trained extension officers. For InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
The children's 2018 Mashramani celebration is expected to be bigger and better with the addition of a new component. Crystal Stahl has the details.
The new addition will see the nursery, primary and secondary schools displaying different aspects of the Guyanese culture. According to the acting administrator for the Unit of Allied Arts, Lorraine Barker-King, the component's implementation will allow for the students to showcase this year's theme, Let's Cooperate and Celebrate Republic.
The nursery children, they will be looking at showcasing our people. The primary children, they will be looking at our flora and fauna. Secondary students will be looking at our industries. Other children's organization, they're showcasing our culture. They showcase if it's their organization, as well as they're showcasing our festivals.
According to Barker-King, there will also be individual and regional presentations that will be allowed to work with any of various elements of the main theme. The finals of the competition will be held in Georgetown on the following dates.
We are scheduled to start on February 15 with Dance and Masquerade. February 16, Calypso and Dramatic Poetry, and on February 17, we're scheduled to have the Children's Road Parade.
These activities are slated to be held at the National Cultural Center with the exception of the Road Parade, which will commence at the parade ground and culminate at the National Park. Persons are being urged to support the children who will be participating in the regional semifinals, which is scheduled to commence shortly. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
And in our final report for the day, the Rupununi Music and Arts Festival is back. Crystal joins us again to tell us how you can enjoy a variety of eclectic music and the arts under the starlit Savannah sky from February 16 to 18.
Organizer and artist Gavin Mendonza explained that this year's festival will be hosted at the Manari Ranch, Region 9. It will include a number of other activities outside of the musical performances from both local and international artists.
The festival is more than just musical performances. It's a weekend of community-based activities designed to bring people together. It's a camping festival, so we really want you to come out with your friends and your family in groups, bring your tents, your sleeping bags, and camp out for the weekend. Leave the technology behind, and let's get more in touch with nature.
Mendonza said the festival's organizers will be arranging special travel and accommodation packages for persons who are interested in attending.
This time we expect a lot more patrons because we are now closer to Latham and closer to the Brazilian border. We have had tremendous support from both the government and private sector. Since year one, they believe in our vision. Our vision is very unique to Guyana, and we all believe that it is a bright and bold step to a more cohesive nation.
Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
Please be reminded that January has been designated Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. Women 21 years and older are reminded to have their pap smears done since early detection saves lives. Thanks for watching. Remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.